The best no annual fee cashback card in Canada. Visit rogersbank.com.
Think people in the water this early is kind of unbelievable. But that's just me.
It's early, it's cold. Cold plungers. They're healthy. They get what's up. Yeah, that's impressive. Yeah.
That's the new thing to do.
Yeah.
It is impressive. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I know me. And I can't do that. Welcome back to BT 4 Wide on this Thursday morning. Good to see you. All right. Let's spill some tea, shall we? Yes, please, Tim. Yeah. Grab it all. Jada Pinkett Smith, Devo, go ahead.
Yeah.
Jada Pinkett Smith did an interview with Hoda Kotb of NBC, and Hoda ran a snippet of it on yesterday's morning show. And there's a few headlines out of this. The main one is Jada Pinkett Smith revealed she and Will Smith have been, quote, living completely separate lives, end quote, since 2016. The two got married in '97, still legally married, but no longer romantically together. This is the clip everyone's talking about.
I think just not being ready yet. Still trying to figure out between the two of us how to be in partnership, right? And in regards to how do we present that to people, you know? And we hadn't figured that out.
So there are a lot of people freaking out for a lot of different reasons on this story. Devo, what is the one thing that sticks out most to you about this tale?
Man, I said it when the slap happened, that there is some sort of, and look, we don't know their relationship per se, what happens day in, day out, what the conversations were like, but there's some sort of grip and hold that Jada has had over Will for a long time, where he has felt not worthy, I would say, of maybe her love. He feels like he needs to always kind of prove himself. We take it back to the Tupac days where it's almost like she said that he can't live up to Tupac. You married this person in 1997, and that's what you've had to hear for the past 20 plus years, that you're not good enough. And you continue to try and do things to prove that you are. There's some sort of manipulation that's been happening, I think, for a very, very long time. And it's sad for both of them. It's weird for the kids. You know, she acknowledged that she had a relationship with one of her son's friends, and she revealed that to him on a podcast, to Will. Like, it's just continuing to chop away at the tree. And at some point, there's timber, and timber happened at the Oscars.
Meredith?
Well, I mean, the problem that I have with it, look, I can't imagine having a relationship at that level and that amount of public scrutiny going on. The pressures that would create on its own, let alone just having a tough, relationships are tough. So I have empathy for that. But what bugs me is there was a lot of, I thought, honesty in some of those red table talks, and even when we were talking about with the podcast, and there was vulnerability there. He wrote a book. I mean, let's be real, she's releasing a book coming up soon. But it just seems like I thought you were telling me the truth, and now it turns out you weren't. So don't tell me the truth and then tell me it's not the truth. Like, just don't tell me anything. Like, just keep your relationship private. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if you're gonna open up and be vulnerable, at least give me the goods. So I feel a bit, I feel cheated. I don't know, I do in a certain way, yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like, so the whole entanglement situation that happened in 2020, was it?
2020.
In 2020, we talked about it. How is it an entanglement if you're separated?
Yeah.
So it's just a tangle.
It's just a tangle. Yeah. There's no and or meant in there. So I just feel like this has been, it's almost convenient to say, and I wonder if Will even knows
that they have been leading separate lives since 2016.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it feels like he has no say in this. I have no idea. But because he hasn't come out and said it, because they still were around each other all the time in the public eye, even last week when her book was delivered to her home, there was a video of them unboxing it. The whole family was there, including Will. And I had to go back and look at the video just to see, after the news came out yesterday, to see what he looked like. And honestly, he looked kind of sad. Like, everyone was like, yeah, the book is in. And he's in the background like,
I don't know. I feel like Will Smith is fine. I don't feel bad for Will Smith.
Well, they haven't exactly been an open book, though.
Yeah.
It sounds like.
I don't know. I feel bad for him. It's embarrassing.
I do, but like, I don't understand why he said, like, the red table talk with this information. Why? Why do you put yourself through that? He was embarrassed in that. Why do you put yourself through that? Look, the only thing I'm thinking today is Will Smith's been nominated for 3 Academy Awards, won one of them. The one he won, we all forget about because of the slap. He won. He's won 4 Grammys in his life and a Golden Globe. He has a career, okay? If you walk on stage and approach Chris Rock and jeopardize your entire career, which he did, for a relationship that is a sham, based on what we heard yesterday, and no, I don't want this to sound overly cold, but it might. In no way would I jeopardize that career. Will Smith had a career. Jada tried. Will Smith had a career like that. Would I jeopardize it all for a relationship that doesn't exist? I think it's one of the most bizarre things I've ever heard in my life. In hindsight, for him to do that, and the backlash that came for Will Smith after, and I love Will Smith, loved him my entire life, but for him to take his career and say, yeah, for a relationship that was not real, is nuts. I thought that's the only thing I thought of yesterday after hearing that. His career will never be the same after that, and he had one. And for what? For what? For her to sit there and just smirk her way through it? I think it's bizarre.
It's a real relationship.
I think it's strange, man.
It's a real toxic relationship.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of those out there, and people are living those in real life that aren't celebrities, and it's because there's always power in a relationship, right? There is power control, and there's a dynamic in that sense. She's had all the power for a long, long time. Why? We don't necessarily know. But I'm with you. We risked it all.
Yep.
And that is something that a toxic relationship will make you do.
Yeah, he definitely risked it all emotionally, though.
Yeah.
I think the difference is that she is using her head a lot of the time. It seems like he's acting with his emotions.
Yeah,
it feels like
she's
he's got
very-
punch, and she's a little bit more calculated.
I was going to say, it feels calculated, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't even talk about the whole Chris Rock thing. The
No,
fact
we
that
did
Chris
not.
Rock asked her out.
So she said.
According to Jada.
So she said.
According to Jada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have the hour and a half needed for all the tea.
Yeah.
We're going to do more of it.
It's coming out this week.
We'll
Yeah.
revisit this again in Entertainment After 9 as well. We'll have
Today.
another conversation and kind of expand on
Good
it
stuff.
as well.
All right, Tammy's got a news update coming up. Steph has an update on the roads, on what's happening at around Avenue and the eastbound 401. That's a mess. Also coming up, it's almost Waste Reduction Week. And in just a few moments here on BT, we'll have simple tips to help you get a handle on your household waste. Good morning. You're watching BT. More after this.
The Rogers MasterCard, the best no annual fee cashback card in Canada. Visit rogersbank.com.